Paul Linn versus Sasho Andreev, the 95 kg world title match. Paul Linn surprised everyone in the previous 3 matches where he won, and when he beat Rustam Babayev, everyone was shocked. People said that it was because of injury. Paul would have lost otherwise. But this match started and Paul Linn showed some aggression. He got on the offensive side inside the hook and he was so close to pinning Sasho, but he kept on applying pressure, never gave up. Sasho was redlining, Paul was redlining, and after that, Paul Linn got the victory. It was a slow hook pull, a war for about 15 seconds, I would say, and finally, Paul got the victory and proved all of the doubters wrong. Everyone, and he did after that, he did shout that, "What is it that I can't do now? Tell me what I can do now." And he literally shouted it 3 times. That's how much he wanted to prove the doubters wrong. And I was one of the doubters. And he literally proved everyone wrong there by pinning Sasho Andreev in a deep hook war. That is something unbelievable. That's really, really good stuff from Paul Linn. After that, the second match, they kind of agreed to go to the straps because they knew that it is inevitable. Inside the straps, Paul Linn looked great. He looked great in the setup. After the go, he hit Sasho to the side and he got the offensive position. And he was moving. Paul was doing great work with his elbows. When he saw that he couldn't create enough space to go sideways, his side pressure was lacking, then he slid his elbow forward, and then once again applied more back pressure, more side pressure. That was really good technical arm wrestling from Paul. That elbow movement was needed to get the pin. And after that, this was something weird from the referees because from the side angle, it was already buried. Like Sasho's wrist bone, that was already way below the parallel of the pin pad. It was almost as close to the pin pad, as close to the elbow pad. That's how close it was. But for about 5 seconds at least, the referees didn't give it a pin. It looked totally buried. I know sometimes camera angles can lie, but that camera angle wasn't lying, man. It was clearly a pin. Maybe 5 seconds extra, Paul had to grind it out, and then he got the victory once again. He shouted, not at his opponent, not at his fans, but at the doubters. He proved them wrong once again. Then in the third round, this time Paul was looking kind of relaxed. He wasn't that much charged up, that much ready to blast around the go. And that's when the problems started. Sasho got the offensive side this time. The match stopped in the center. And that's when Paul should have gave up. Sasho brought him here, but then Paul brought him back. But that was not a good idea to grind that out. Then Sasho brought him back and pinned him. That's where I believe Paul made that mistake. He should have immediately gave up once he couldn't contain center in that match, right from the beginning. After that, the fourth round, once again, Paul Linn was 1 inch from the victory. Maybe a little bit more than that. He was so close. He could have almost got the pin. But man, Sasho brought him back and pinned him. Then Paul Linn kind of got exhausted, and in the final round, once again, this time, Sasho Andreev pins Paul Linn easy and becomes the 95 kg middleweight champion of the world, East versus West champion. Paul Linn did everything. I was almost crying at one point during my live reaction. You can check that. But man, that was a really, really awesome performance from Paul Linn. I'm really impressed. I'm really happy despite that he lost. Maybe he deserves a rematch. The guy is only like 6-7 years in the sport. When he's in 10 years in the sport, he's going to be unbeatable for sure. So good job, Sasho. Congrats. And good job, Paul, as well.